standpoint, this is a massive game. Major champions than both, maybe more on the Michael Smith side of things, but they've both had their troubles over the last couple of years. Smith, since he became world champion, has had well-documented issues, but it's great to have him here. He wasn't even supposed to be here, but a couple of withdrawals from the field from Michael van Gerwen and Gezi Price mean that Michael Smith has brought the family to Poland. It is where his wife is from. What's interesting about this fixture, it's not just about Michael getting the bonus chance, it's about Joe Cullen possibly being reinvigorated to play this sport to the best of his ability. Great interview yesterday after he beat Krzysztof Kachuk, and the expression of Kachuk after the loss was one of, oh, you played rather well there, didn't you? And if he continues to play with that kind of motivation and that sort of confidence, then maybe we could see a fourth European Tour victory in Joe Cullen's future. They have played in collectively 220 European Tour events. They've got more experience between them than most people who have ever played this tour. Joe Cullen's won their last two meetings on the European Tour as well, but they haven't met Niall on the European Tour since 2020.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
99.
Roll back 4 years to 2022. They had loads of games between them, big games as well.
95.
Games in the Premier League, games at the Grand Slam. But for Michael Smith, who's in for Gerwyn Price, who withdrew before the tournament began, this is somewhat of a bonus. As you say, he's brought the family and the mini bully boys along with him. And I think I saw a squeak of a smile as he walked onto the stage. He has been playing through pain over the last year or more. And as you say, those challenges have been well documented for Michael Smith. But there have been challenges of a different kind for Joe Cullen. The last time Joe made it to a quarter-final on the Euro Tour, he actually made it all the way through to the final itself. That was close to 2 years ago in Graz. He lost to Luke Littler. That was Littler's second European Tour title, and denied Joe his fourth in the process.
133. Michael, you require 116.
Michael Smith actually has a better European Tour record than Joe Cullen
76.
over the last 12 months.
Joe, you require 32.
He's just a dart in a combination finish to take the opening leg. That's narrowly missed outside by Joe Cullen, who shifts across and makes his mark by taking in the opening leg.
That's a great dart from Joe. You missed that double 16 the way he just did. It's not a marker unless you move. And then it becomes a great marker. We can't, well, we can actually, but I'm choosing not to,
93.
talk about these two when they played at the Grand Slam. If you've never seen that game, look for it.
57.
For about 45 minutes, you might not inhale or exhale, you'll just take it in. What a match it was.
58.
Well, we mentioned yesterday, Joe Cullen is very much a feel kind of player, a vibes player.
140.
Michael Smith, you could argue, sort of falls into that category as well. Very rhythm-based dart player.
40.
And so when disruptions occur, of which there have been a fair few, can be really difficult to get back on the horse.
56.
Michael Smith looking to do that, and so is Joe Cullen to some degree as well.
140.
First task,
68.
though, is to win this match, and Michael Smith looking to level it with 68 points.
28.
Second time in 2 legs, can't quite find tops.
Joe's got a history of 170s. This is not going to be one of them.
96.
He's up on a two-darter, just in case Michael continues to miss at the outer ring. He's already missed two.
30.
Now he's missed 5.
Joey requires
And Cullen gets his
74.
wish. Unexpected chance to take a 2-0 lead. Now it's awkward. No, it's
Goes
not.
on the second leg, Joe Cullen. Third leg is Joe to throw first.
There's a lot of
Game on.
similarities between Joe Cullen and Johnny Clayton. When they click scoring-wise, they can have barrages of big scores. But one of the things that they share is that when they're playing their best starts, their doubling is just dynamite. And usually, it's in the same department. It's in double 16
59.
and the bull. But Cullen does have the capabilities of tight spots on tops and otherwise.
97.
Thought you were going to say both wear red and black, both have got tattoos, both have got facial hair.
So does Michael Smith.
140.
It is the most common colour combination in dart shirts, red and black.
Well,
44.
roulette tables are red and black, and to be honest with you, as well as Joe Cullen played yesterday, wasn't quite sure
110.
what we were going to get from Michael Smith in this match. And so it was a little bit like roulette, trying to predict exactly who was going
99.
to come out on top in this one. At the moment, Joe Cullen has the advantage, but Michael Smith has missed darts for the leg in both of the legs so far.
Well, Michael Smith just taught me something.
140.
302, he went for 60.
127.
Bull 25 to leave 167. That was clever. He didn't get there, but
59. Margaret
that was an
required
eye-opener.
52.
Let's see if he can get this. Again, if he misses, he could lose the leg. This time he doesn't miss, though.
Michael Smith. Fourth leg is Michael to throw first.
So much respect
Game.
between these two. They've been playing each other for the last 18 years. 2008, their first meeting, when they were kids.
99.
That was only 3 years before Michael Smith won his first PDC title. It would take Joe a little bit longer to get his first.
134.
Well, there have been only 8 Euro Tour appearances for the Bully Boy over the last 12 months. 3
98.
times in those 8, he made it through to the last 16. One of those, he made it further to a quarter-final. That was in Sindelfingen.
59.
And it's contrasting with Joe Cullen's form on the European Tour stage over the last 12 months. 6 first-round exits for Joe Cullen last year. Through to the final day just 3 times
134.
in 13 appearances.
130. Michael, you require 107.
If you're watching this game trying to figure out what they're doing with the counting, and you're getting it right every time, I'm going to give you an A++.
28.
You're flexing their darting brains here. That is not good from Smith, though. You want it to be way south of 142.
Michael, you require 142.
Wants to leave double 11. Does.
130.
He could be in the distance in this
Joey
game.
require 82.
And he might be 3-1 down.
He's had darts for every single leg. It was scrambling required for Joe Cullen.
57.
Can't clutch the
Michael,
ball.
you require 11.
If he'd hit that ball, that would have been naughty. Great single. And a lovely double too as well to square things up.
Fifth leg is Joe to throw first. Game on.
Well, he'll be feeling that's the least he deserves, Nico, a level game.
Hasn't won a European Tour title
59.
since Munich in 2023. In his world, that is more than a drought.
140.
But that's on paper. That's black and white stuff. His career has been more about the grey areas the last 3 years.
134.
I don't mean to be sentimental or anything. I've known Michael a long time, and this sport
96.
has been given the gift of Michael Smith over the years. But because of the troubles he's had physically,
98.
we have to ask the question, how much longer will he be able to play this game at the top level, and we really hope it's a long
57.
time. But there's no guarantee of that.
He's just 35 years of age, isn't he, Michael Smith? Has been around forever. So's Joe
138.
Cullen, who's just a year older, 36. Because when he throws darts like that,
Joe requires 72.
just puff your cheeks out and say, wow.
Game shot.
Wow.
Flag,
Yeah.
Joe Cullen.
Wow, indeed.
Sea flag is Michael to throw first.
Oh, I just
Game
love this
on.
fixture. There's two dart players on the stage who respect each other and know each other so well that it's, right, let's leave friendship to the side for a bit. Let's have a banger. Let's go up there and just blitz this board. If something magical happens, there's going to be a tap on the hands, but they get it.
58.
Well, it's across consecutive legs, but that's back-to-back maximums for Michael Smith. Won't be 3 in a row to leave a magical number.
85.
He's not going to do a Mervyn King and get 4 in a row. Back-to-back maxes in one leg, then loses the leg, then starts the next with maxes. I'm not even sure that'll ever happen again. Do you believe that was in Las Vegas when we used to go there?
96.
Well, sometimes the mind can take you to dark places, and speaking of things never happening again, I wonder whether Michael Smith felt that he would ever play against Joe Cullen again in these kind of environments.
100.
How?
What a dart that was!
How on earth has he done that?
Oh, he's a rugby league fan, isn't he? And that was a kicker special through the post. What a shot to lead tops.
And he slots the tops as well. Perfect. Right on the top wire.
No reaction either. That's the kind of dart he hits all the time. It's just another treble 20 to him. But to people like us, that is superhuman. Look at that.
I think he's having fun, Michael Smith. Can't really tell. But it's been a brilliant watch so far.
Well, we are.
Definitely.
This is great fun. I would part with very, very large sums of money to watch these two play darts all night long. I mean, they've had better games than this, but there's something about this fixture.
95.
There's so many connotations. Football teams, rugby league teams. This could be classified as a rivalry, but it's like watching
92.
two best pals play until somebody submits.
That quarter-final at the Grand Slam in 2022.
137.
Michael Smith won it with 100 average, 16-15. Games that long
48.
don't
Joe
normally
requires
go
71.
that deep, but on that occasion it did. And this is a tight one as well. And a bit more scrambling from Joe Cullen. These two are knocking lumps out of each other up there.
96.
When these two have got grey hair from the root to tip, I still want to see them play darts.
Joe Cullen is 4 from 6 on his doubles in this game. 67%. 10 out of 18 for the tournament if you include yesterday's game. 56%.
112.
I remember a time when Johnny Clayton was elevated to the seeds because of a withdrawal in the tournament. It was the Austrian Darts Open in 2018. It's amazing what can happen when you get either a push into the seedings or a free placing like Michael Smith here. Oh, Clayton would go on to win the tournament, wouldn't he? Funnier things have happened. Now, Smith has lifted his average to 98.6 now.
43.
If he can find a purple patch, he could put Cullen in a bit of trouble. Great dart. What a great dart.
73.
He's got time on his side.
Yeah, he will be back for tops, but if the bully boy was a little bit more calibrated
129.
on tops, who knows what the score could be. He's currently behind, and this to level it. Double 10 is
30.
missed inside. Now
Joe,
this
you
is a
require
big chance
92.
now for Joe Cullen.
Now what does he do? 18s. Needed 2, doesn't get any.
56. Michael, you require 10.
It's just going to be one more.
6.
Well, he's already hit double 2 in this
Joe, you
match.
require
Can't hit it again.
36.
Joe Cullen wants double 18 for a 2-leg cushion against Michael Smith.
That was classy from Smith right there. We'll come back to it because it's that tricky switch to 9s. This has cost him in his career. And it's cost him again. That happened at the match play at 2018.
Require 4.
He took the pause because he wanted to do something different.
But
what you might not have seen, when Cullen had 36, there were some whistles in the crowd. Michael Smith immediately said, pipe down. He does not want to win this game that way.
100.
And we must say, across the course of the weekend so far, this crowd have been immaculate. And there was a bit of rowdiness when Christoph Ratajski was playing. Relatively understandable. They got a bit of a ticking off from Kirk Bevins, who was referee on that occasion, and they will be loud when the Polish Eagle takes to the stage in a couple of matches' time. So far, we're all engrossed in this contest, which still looks like it could be anyone's.
It's a great maximum. From this position, if Michael wants to win this leg, he's going to need Cullen to miss again.
140.
Second maximum for Joe Cullen.
105.
Too bothered about being on 162 with Michael Smith not on a finish either.
I sincerely hope, Niall, that he's not one of the people from this weekend who's going to go 25-32. Now is not the time. Too wise. Too good as well. That was a big shot because the misses from the previous leg are now forgotten. Also notice a bit of stage etiquette there from Cullen, which is nice to see because players of this kind of experience, they don't like walking across the player's path. They like them to walk first and walk behind them, and Cullen said, right, if I walk now, I'm not upsetting his rhythm.
118.
That's a 5th ton 80 of the match for Michael Smith. That's a 6th ton 80 of the match for Michael Smith.
Do you know what? Cullen's so far back that he probably wants Michael to hit this. Make a bit of history, bully boy. Come on, bring it on.
Can't get dug into the 141.
65.
But he's really dug into Joe Cullen in this particular leg anyway. 76 standing between him and a last leg decider.
Michael requires 76.
Look on the bright
44.
side. You are coming back, so don't dwell on the missed single. You are still on a double, but it's not the one he wanted to leave.
62.
Hasn't been as efficient on tops as he could have been. What's he like with 32? Marker. Goes the wrong side of it, but that's the right side. And it's the right result for Michael Smith as far as he was concerned. Just win that leg and take us down the stretch. Here we go. One final leg of 5:01 for a spot in the last 16 here at the inaugural Poland Darts Open. It's a good dart, isn't it?
The last time Joe Cullen beat Michael Smith on the European Tour, he won the tournament, the International Darts Open 2020. A truncated season, but Joe won in Riesa. Now, we all don't want this game to end because it's been so engrossing, but it has to end in the next 90 seconds. And it's another one from Smith. It's 7.
2 blockbuster names with a pair of blockbuster performances as well. 9 maximums for the match. The bulk delivered by the bully boy. Just for a second, the crowd here in Krakow thought he was going to add another.
Got to be big. Well, they're both on 2 darters at 5-5. Who wins it?
Double 18, Michael Smith. You are magical. A round of applause from Joe Cullen. What a match that was. He wasn't even meant to be here in Krakow this weekend. Michael Smith has turned in a performance to remember.